Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Hope y'all are having a great evening. It is a Sunday in the month of August, August the 16th, the year 2020. Doing a little bit of a late broadcast. It's around 10:45 Mountain Standard Time where I'm currently located, and got some pretty cool news today. But before we get started, as you can see here, staring at the U.S. debt clock, the U.S. national debt is currently sitting at around, here we go, 26,648,810,600,700,000 and counting. Higher and higher, 800, 900. It's amazing how much how much the debt has actually has went up since the market crashed and the whole pandemic started or whatnot. It just continues to go higher and higher. But a whole lot of clocks going on here. A whole lot of numbers going up and down. A whole lot of different factors that go into play with all of this. But the cool news is actually, you may have already heard, but is about Warren Buffett buying gold. Not gold specifically, but Warren Buffett, or Warren Buffet, as some may say. That's a little joke of mine. I like to, 'cause it kind of makes me hungry. Maybe he's a hungry man. He's hungry for money, for wealth, I guess you could say. But Warren Buffet, all the way. Oh, I'm getting carried away here. I only got a few minutes and I'm getting all carried away. But anyway, Warren Buffett, or Warren Buffet, whatever you prefer. He actually bought tons and tons, and by tons I mean billions, of dollars worth of shares in gold. And again, not the actual gold like the one you can put in your hand, like the tangible, but these are companies that are mining companies, I guess you could say, and companies that have stocks. Well, obviously in the stock market, companies have stocks, but how do I say it? Basically companies that are involved in gold and silver. But the name of the company is actually Barricks Gold. There's tons of different mining companies, and there's another word I'm looking for. Gold reserves, but depositories, I guess you could say. Different companies of that nature. But anyway, the interesting thing is that Warren Buffett is definitely known for investing in stocks, buying tons and tons of stocks of certain companies, and he's known to be really good at it, and I guess make a pretty good amount of profit or income by doing this. But the interesting thing is that apparently this is something that he never really wanted to do, or would talk bad about it. So it's one of those things where it's a bit of a surprise for most people who know Warren Buffett and some of his claims maybe that he makes, and some of what he's spoke about. But it's definitely interesting if you're involved in stocks. If you haven't got involved in stocks, I'll definitely leave my link in the description for Robinhood. The Robinhood app is probably the best and most beginner friendly, I would say, whenever it comes to messing around with stocks or investing in the stock market, and also cryptocurrency. They do that as well. But you can actually find that company that Warren Buffett invested in, billions of dollars worth in these stocks or shares of these stocks. And the name of the company again is Barricks Gold. But the crazy thing is that this is something I've been talking about for quite some time now. Maybe not on this channel, but just ever since I really found out about cryptocurrency or started getting into cryptocurrency. I'd always known that gold and silver is very is an asset. Is very valuable, and I'll be honest, it's real money, and that's basically what Mike Maloney also considers it as well. As gold and silver is actually real money, and what we have are the notes that we use. Those dollar bills are basically fiat money. It's paper, right? It's a medium of exchange, I guess you could say. But we used to have, the dollar used to be backed by gold, in case you didn't know. We used to have gold and silver certificates. I believe you can still get some, but it's one of those things where it's not really known about, I guess you could say. And the interesting thing about, hopefully I have enough time, but the interesting thing about this whole gold thing and the gold standard, if you ever heard about the gold standard, was all the gold, you could say, was removed or from having a backing or backing the treasury bills or the dollar bills that we used to use. This all started back in the 1930s, but they were when the Federal Reserve came into play, they were basically trying to remove the gold and silver, or obviously how do I say it, the Federal Reserve notes is if you look back on what a dollar bill, I guess you could say what dollar bills used to look like, I'd say before 1970, back in the 1930s, totally different. Like, they were United States notes, or that's what they were considered, treasury bills. Now they're Federal Reserve notes. But anyway, according to the gold abrogation clause, I believe in the 1970s, that's when they fully removed gold out of the picture, you could say. Speaking of gold, look down here, dollar to gold ratio now, and gold is actually going up. Gold is actually going up in the still got enough time, cool, in the stock market. Gold is something that I definitely recommend investing in. And it's just crazy, I guess, that Warren Buffett, after all these years and what he talks about, kind of having a negative standpoint about investing in gold and silver, and now he's putting a lot of money, a lot of currency, into these companies that deal with gold and silver. But maybe gold will come back. It's definitely making a comeback, or going higher and higher in the market, the stock market. So something to definitely keep us all on our toes. And I guess we'll see what happens with this national debt. Y'all have a great rest of your evening, and we'll definitely be back soon here at What the Debt.